Hey guys, this is Bo with Music in Minnesota, and we are here with Bree Lewis. She is a native to Minneapolis, and she plays a lot of shows around the local area, including the Dakota Jazz Club, which is what she's doing tonight.
Yeah, which is why we're up here.
Yes, and I should say, I don't know if this is going to focus, but she just, when did you release this?
October last year, but it was not long ago because it's only March. So,
Okay.
Yeah. October 2015.
Isn't it funny how time flies? Because
I know.
you put an album out and you're like, hey, yeah, it's new, you know, and then you still like kind of, you think of it as still new, but then you realize, holy smokes, that's like a year? It's a year old already?
Yeah. Oh my God.
Isn't it weird?
It's crazy. Well, and it all happened so fast because it took so long to make this album. It took us, I don't even want to say it because it's really embarrassing how long. But we just went through so many different musicians for the album, and then we had different changes in the sound, and then we finally collectively found a good fit for all of it, and it just came together and we released it last year. So I learned a good lesson with this album was not to say, hey, this is the release date until it's in my hands, because I think it was like 2012 and I was saying, hey, we're gonna have an album out this July. And 3 years later, so we had it. But, you know, it happens. And I'm happy with it. That's the biggest thing, is that it's where we are now. So it sounds like us. That's the key.
So you guys should check that out. She is actually giving us one so we can give it away to one lucky fan. So keep an eye out for that. But I should also, I want to comment on sometimes putting a deadline on something is important. I noticed.
Oh yeah.
Like people that I can't remember who said it, but it was like, if you want to quit smoking or if you want to quit something, the best thing to do is tell everybody that you just quit smoking.
Yeah.
You know, like.
Yeah, it's a fine. You have to find a fine balance of it, because there's the realistic expectations of it, and because I think when I wanted to release it, I was still feeling out my bandmates. And so we weren't ready to have that. But I think for this next one, whenever we make the next album, we'll have an actual date to say, because now we have the same bandmates, we have the same engineer and recording.
You have a solid structure, right?
Yeah, we have a good connection with everything and feel for how it's supposed to go. So
cool.
Yeah, and then the flexibility of working with my guitarist, who, we'll give him a shout out to, Homebrewed Studios. Yeah. So they have their own studio in their basement. They're working on building a complete studio, but we have that flexibility where we can just go in late at night in the middle of the weekend or the week and record if we need to, which is awesome. Makes it so much easier, and it's so much more relaxed than, for me anyway, than being in an actual studio, because I feel like there's that element of disconnect, because you're in a different room way far away from your engineer. You can't look at them in the eyes and see what they want from you. It's more just what you hear in your ears.
So let's talk about the independent life. So you have a day job that's supporting all this, right?
I have 2 day jobs, actually. A day and night job. I work at an architect firm by day as an office manager, and then I work at night as a personal care assistant with a woman who has spinal bifida. So she's a lot of fun. I love working with her. So.
Yeah, well, you have to love your job.
Oh, exactly. if it's your day-to-day thing. No, everybody that I work with is great. I'm really lucky to be working somewhere where I'm happy with my boss, with the way that I'm being paid and my schedule. It just kind of all molds together in a good, happy, harmonious bubble for me.
That's very cool.
So then I can pay off my student loans and then also support my music career on top of that, because that's been a struggle for a long time, is to get to this point of, hey, I can go eat dinner somewhere, or not if I choose, but now I'm not going to be broke if I do it. And also independent life, I have a puppy, so that's also a full-time job in itself. He's a little puppy, little tiny puppy.
Nice. That is a big responsibility. responsibility.
Yeah, it is. But yeah, that's about it, I guess, for outside of my music. I feel like that's all I do is work, music, puppy, sleep. That's it.
And that's what's funny is, I just want to quick note, if you're hearing some stuff, we are in the middle of Skyway, so apologize for all those little
But we have this fancy backdrop.
Yeah,
So.
we got like these beach chairs and it's nice little lights.
We found a nice little spot.
I think I do want to comment on that. What I've realized in myself is that all of the things that I was not trying, but was interested in
Yeah.
as a kid, or even as, into my 20s,
Mm-hmm.
has slowly kind of condensed themselves into music,
Mm-hmm.
hanging out with the good friends in my life, and
Yeah.
that's about it. And I'm like, why is that? Why did I stray away from like all of the other,
Yeah.
things that I want to do? But I was like, no, it's because I found what I want,
Mhm.
and it also has to do with the job you're in. You found
Yeah.
what you want, and it works, and you love music, and you
Yeah.
love your dog, and that's your life.
It's my circle.
Yeah, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with simplifying it like
No,
that.
absolutely not.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what keeps you sane too. I think if I was only doing music and didn't have the other, not that I say that music would make me sad ever, but I think when you focus on one thing only and just kind of squeeze the life out of it, it can become exhausting. So you have to find a little bit of outlet outside of music, even if it's your release. You need a release from your release. That's what I found. Because there's been times where I'll just get really frustrated with myself if I haven't written a new song. No, it's okay because we have plenty of time. I just need to take a step back.
Yeah.
And then I find better songs that way. So
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. It's important not to confuse your passion with a career that,
Yeah.
that is almost like you can't force it. You can't say,
No.
I have to. Why am I not succeeding? Why?
Mhm.
No, those things will not lead to happiness.
no,
Definitely.
no, exactly. So yeah, you've got to have those circles of what makes you happy. So
That's so true. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Some of the really good points that you've already said was, don't confuse, your
Yeah.
excitement for putting out, with your premature deadlines.
Yeah.
Make sure you have a solid structure as far as bandmates go and like personalities mix and everything like that. And then also try to save money by getting into some sort of home studio or something because hey, as much as I would love to plug local
Yeah.
recording artists,
studios and-
recording studios. It's just when you're starting out, maybe when you get bigger and you can afford those things.
Yeah, when
but
you have the crowd base to do it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's definitely worth to try it on your own first, because the first album's always going to be a little bit weird and funky, because you're not quite sure how you want it to sound in the end, but use that as your learning curve, I guess. And then from there, move on to actual engineering studios that are around the cities. There's tons.
Yeah, that is an excellent point. Yeah, if you have the opportunity not to spend money on like your first try at anything,
Yeah.
you shouldn't.
Yeah, because you need to know if you want to do it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, then you're stuck with $10,000 album that you're not going to
Yeah.
sell.
Yeah.
Which
Hey,
then-
I'm one of those guys.
Whoops.
There's
We all do it.
yeah, exactly. The thing is like we as humans, we become so like obsessed with an idea,
Mhm.
and we just want. No, it's what I want to do.
Yeah,
I know
yeah.
that this is it.
Mhm.
But how many times have you said that in your life, and then been like, what, maybe skateboarding isn't what I want to do,
Mhm. Yeah.
or whatever it may be.
In college. One of those.
Yeah, like people switch their majors all the time.
Yeah,
So it's important to recognize that in you as a person. Be like, hey, you know what? Maybe I'm gonna go the inexpensive route and see what's up.
Yeah, feel it out, see if you like it.
Yeah.
And then if you really like it, you can always re-record an album. You can
Oh, yeah.
re-release an album, and that's not too bad. So,
Absolutely. Let's talk about that tattoo.
tattoo.
Show the.
Yes, so it's kind of nerdy, geeky, I guess, whatever you want to call it. Have you heard of the game Kingdom Hearts?
No.
It is my favorite game.
Okay.
It includes Disney and Final Fantasy and kind of meshes it into this like orb of awesome game. It was a game that helped me get through my depression when I school. So I've connected with it on that level. And the keyhole symbolizes finding light and darkness. So I had to get it.
That is very inspiring.
Yeah, thank you. I don't know, it just kind of keeps me moving forward and trying to find, I mean, we're always going to have down times, especially if you suffer from depression. I've happily have gotten out of it, but there's still times where you feel down and just can't get out of bed or move, and this is my motivation. And so, yeah, outside of other things, but.
Yeah. So let's talk about that more for people who might be kind of experiencing the same thing. I know there's millions of them.
Yeah.
What kind of things, what do you focus on when you're having a terrible day?
Well, it really depends. A lot of mine is PTSD. I've been diagnosed with PTSD from my dad. He was an abusive father, more so verbally. He was an alcoholic. So there's some triggers that'll pull me into this dark spot, and for me, it's trying to rewire my thinking. So a lot of it is, well, I'm a worthless human being, and that's what a lot of people with depression think. And I have to think of 3 good things about myself every day until I start picking myself back up again. So no, I'm not a worthless human being. I am smart. I am happy sometimes, and that's okay. I can be a cheery person. I have so many things going good for me. I have my keyboard, I have my puppy, and I have all these other things going. And I have friends and the rest of my family to help me get through it. So a lot of it is just trying to rewire your brain. Like, well, the sky is blue today, and there was a bird singing outside my window today, and the grass is green today instead of snow. So and that doesn't work for everybody, but that works for me. So it's finding the light in the darkness. You have to find the good things that are happening around you or to yourself, instead of focusing on, well, I fell down the stairs, I stubbed my toe, I got a ticket, and that can really just well up and make you feel just the worst.
Absolutely.
It's all about rewiring. It's kind of like The Secret, but not as culty.
Have you read the book?
I watched the movie. I think it's a great concept. I think a little bit, it goes a little too far. Like, if I want that diamond necklace, it's going to come to me eventually if I think about it hard enough. I don't think that's right. But I think if you focus on the good energy more so than the bad energy, you're going to find more things appealing than not. It changes you from a pessimist to an optimist a little bit. So, yeah.
I should tell you that, so I also experienced some depression for quite a while, actually. My mom passed away. And for me, I don't know if this is the same for you, but music is a very big tool for me to heal.
It is, yeah.
But that book, The Secret, like I don't even know, I'm not getting paid to say this, but I suggest everybody at least reads The Secret.
Absolutely.
There's another book I'm reading called Conversations with God. If you've read that, I'm just finishing it up. It's super great about like positivity.
Yeah,
it's about if you focus on, like you said, if you focus on the bad things in your life, you're going to turn into a ball of negative energy.
You're going to become a curmudgeon.
And I'm sure you know people like that.
Yeah.
And you might see that in yourself too, and that's no way to be successful as a human being.
Yeah.
And for you, like when you're saying that, you try to list off all the good things in your life, not only possessions possessions shouldn't be a reason why.
No, absolutely.
Some people don't have family either to rely on.
No,
but,
absolutely not.
I think just wrapping your mind around the fact that being a human being itself is extraordinarily awesome.
Yeah, it's if you think about just the process of becoming a human, it's just
and the chances and just everything. Like you are so lucky to have be a human. Like, it's ridiculous. I might be getting too far out there for some of you guys.
I love getting philosophical.
Yeah.